Hello and welcome to Lesson 3 of the Learn Persian with Chai and Conversation Reading and Writing program. So in the last lesson, we introduced the 4 most popular consonants in the Persian alphabet. And this time we're going to introduce 3 more to you. And last time we learned how they interact with the vowel a. So as not to complicate things too much, we're going to see how these 3 new ones interact with a as well. So again, we start with our wonderful vowel, and that is a. That is the a with the kola, the hat, and that appears at the beginning of a word. And then we have just the straight line a, plain a, and that is in the middle or at the end of a word. So our next 3 most popular consonants in the Persian language, the first is ne. And that's how it appears. That's ne bozorg. That's how it appears at the end of a word. And that's ne kuchik. And as you can see, ne bozorg is its own thing. No other letter has that round shape like that. But ne kuchik does look like the same base as the be and the te and the pe that we learned last time. The only difference is it has 1 dot above as opposed to the other dot configurations. Next, we have the letter re, and the same base with a dot over it becomes a ze. And these letters do not have a bozorg and kuchik version. They are connected if they come after a letter, but this is what they look like no matter if they're bozorg or kuchik. So again, let's go over our letters. Our trusted vowel that you should know very well by now is an a. This letter is a ne. This letter, re. And finally, this letter, ze. And these are our next most popular consonants in the Persian alphabet. So as we did last time, we're going to look and see how these consonants interact with our trusted a. So first, if we have an a with the kola, followed by a ne, it becomes on. If we have a followed by a re, it becomes ar. And finally, if we have an a followed by a ze, it becomes az. And this should be very easy for you now, but again, we're going to take it nicely and slowly, so bear with me. A ne followed by an a is na. And again, watch my hand as I'm doing it. When you're practicing with your PDF guide, you're going to be doing the same thing, top to bottom and right to left. Always remember that. Next, a re with an a is ra. And finally, a ze with an a is za. So just like we did last time, let's put those both together. An a, ne, a, ana. An a, re, a, ara. And finally, a, ze, a, aza. Now let's try a 4-letter word. And again, most of these are just made-up words, just so we can practice reading. A, na, or a and a ne. A, ne, anan. And again, you can see when it comes in the middle of a word, the ne looks like that. When it's at the end, it just looks like that by itself. An a followed with a ze, followed by an a and a re becomes azar, and that actually means something like pain and suffering. And now a letter that we learned last time, be, makes an appearance. A, ze, a, oops, and a re. So this becomes bazar, and that should be a very familiar word to you because it is in the English language as well. Bazar becomes bazaar in English, and it just means a market. So now let's practice all these consonants, these 7 consonants that we've learned, and try to put them in combination with that one vowel that we've learned, the a, and see how many different words, real words, we can make. I'm going to write this all in black. You should have enough practice right now that you will be able to separate the letters yourself. So 2 dots. A te, a, and be. It's tab, and that means swing. Next. Be, a, re, bar, and that means a load. A be, a, and de, bad, and that means wind. Next, 3 dots underneath that letter is pe and a, pa, and that means leg or foot. A, be, a, de, and that means abad. We've read that before. It means prosperous. Be, a, re, a, ne, baran, and that means rain. And that's a nice 5-letter word there. So you should be impressed that you can read that already. Be, a, ze is baz, and that means open. So you can see 1 dot changed it to open versus be, a, re, which means a load, bar. Ne, a, ne, non. And this is a good example of the ne coming in the beginning of the word, looks like that. At the end, changes to the big version. And finally, we've seen this one before. Let's see if you can get it yourself. Bazar. So, marketplace, bazar. So again, let's go over all of these one more time. I'll point to it, you read it out loud and see if you got it. Tab, swing. Next, bar, or a load. Next, bad, meaning wind. Next, pa, meaning foot. Next, abad, meaning open, prosperous, green. Next, baran, rain. Nice 5-letter word. Next, baz, meaning open. Next, non, meaning bread. And finally, bazar, meaning marketplace. And hopefully you got all those. There's a lot of writing practice in your lesson. In lesson 3 packet, you'll practice writing these over and over again. So again, you can get those letters in your memory. We're going to be back next time with some more consonants and more exciting reading going on. So thank you for joining us and see you next time. Thank you so much for watching the Learn Persian with Chai and Conversation reading and writing program. As I mentioned in the video, this video is just one part of the complete reading and writing system that we've created. And you can find all of our bonus materials, which include reading practices and writing practices, on our website. The link is below, chaiandconversation.com. In addition to our reading and writing program, we have a comprehensive conversational Persian course where we teach you how to speak conversational Persian the way actual Iranians do, not informal Persian that you read. And so that's available on the website, as well as our reading and writing program. So if you just go on there, you can see all the materials that we've created over the last 10 years, and hopefully we'll see you there.